So actually, listeners and viewers, I should remind you, if you do want to take your pets abroad, then you will now need a new pets passport. So the old pets passport will not be valid. Please seek advice from your veterinary surgery as to how to go about getting a new pets passport. You'll almost certainly need to repeat rabies vaccination unless you've had that done with a rabies blood titer test. So do contact your vets about that.
So there's a new, but that's also, so that's a little bit news to me. So there's a new format, yeah.
Well, it's the old format. So before the Schengen treaty, I pronounced that wrong, haven't I?
Schengen.
Thank you. It didn't sound right to me. But before that, obviously the idea was we would get a blood test having vaccinated the pets, a blood test to say that they were showing antibodies to rabies. Now that was scrapped by and large. You could get a vaccination and reliably know that they were vaccinated and therefore protected against rabies because of the Schengen Treaty. With us leaving Europe, there is no longer that dispensation, and so we need to go back to having the rabies titer test done. Yet another example, I don't want to get political, but yet another example of how wrong Brexit is.
So, but that is something that is driven by the UK government. Or let's put it the other way around. It is so. If you enter the your pet passport country from a non-pet passport country, the usual requirements are rabies vaccination, 30 days plus. Then you take a drop of blood, need a sufficient antibody titer, and then there's a 3 months wait before you can travel freely, and you need to keep up your rabies vaccination. So that are the requirements if you come from the outside. My take on that was that providing we end up with a Brexit deal, it will remain so that the blood test will not be required. But without a deal, then the UK would be considered a third country, and then obviously they need to meet these requirements. So that is my.
That's right. That's right. The general understanding at the moment is that there won't be an agreement, and it seems unlikely that the agreement will be in place in time for people to rely on getting a pet's passport without a blood test. So who knows is the answer. Boris now has lost all his advisors and is winging it. I think his wife is well versed in everything political, and so she'll be able to tell him just what to do. But clearly, he poor chap can't make decisions by himself. So we'll just have to wait and see.
And there we go. I thought I would talk politics with Fiona Bruce tonight, and there we go. I'm talking politics with you guys. Yeah.
Well, actually, shall we hear from Boris Johnson now, please? Boris, can you give us a steer on the rabies situation?
Yes, it's quite simple, really. I've been through this many times. I'll go through it again once more. It's very, very simple. So if you want to take your dog abroad, then you can certainly take it abroad. Please feel free to take it abroad, unless you can avoid doing so. But if you can take it abroad with a blood sample, then do. If you can't get a blood sample, then don't. But you may not be able to take it abroad unless we get a Brexit agreement, which we're almost certain to. I'm working on some very, very exciting parts to the Brexit deal, and we'll almost certainly have them ironed out within the next few weeks. But the short answer is go and see your vet, who will either give you a vaccination or or not, and then either give your pet a blood sample or not, depending on his or indeed her fancy. So there's no confusion about it at all. They may or may not need something.
Thank you very much indeed, Boris Johnson, for clearing that up.
And that is despite the fact that you feel as fit as a butcher's dog and you are bursting with antibodies.
As fit as a butcher's dog. I mean,